Namaste to you. Welcome back to the series of videos related to the learnings and application of the Bhagavad Gita in our daily life. So in the previous video we were talking about the soul and how the soul is immortal and things like that. So now let us understand there is a very important law, and I think this is one of the most important laws which can be applied in today's life. So in spite of listening to all this, Arjuna had some doubts in his mind, and just like as I said, Arjuna represents us, represents the human soul. He had this question that why is it that there is a lot of we see some people are always rich and some people are always poor, even after following the path of righteousness, after adhering to dharma or doing the right karma. Excuse me. Even then, people do not achieve success. Why is this? Why is it that some people are born handicapped? Why is it that some people are always face a lot of difficulties, whereas some people, they never follow the path of righteousness but always are successful? Why is this lot of impartiality, or let's say, why is there so much disparity? So the answer to this was there is by Krishna. He uses one law. He says law of karma. What is the law of karma? Karma, remember, is nothing but action or the activity you do. So this concept is whatever experience or whatever you are facing in today's life, or what you are facing at the moment, at the present, is in fact it is a result of what you have done in somewhere in the previous time, or the deeds which you have done previously. You are reaping it. It's something called law of sowing and reaping. So you are reaping what you have sown. So the immediate question which may arise is, so you mean to say, if you are facing any problem, so I had created some problem to someone? Yes, it is very true that whatever things we are facing now, we may have done very similar action in the time before, which we don't know. We are not aware what deeds we have done. We are only aware of our present. We are only aware of a certain past till a certain time. But we don't know before the birth. We don't know. Did we ask someone that we should be born in so and so family? Or did we choose our parents? Did we choose this life? It just happened. What do you mean it just happened? There is no thing in this world which says coincidence. Many people say it's coincidence. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. There is a law which is governing each and everything we are facing. So Krishna says that you are experiencing whatever you have done before. So the thing here is, how can we apply it in our life? Let us say we are having lots and lots of difficulties in spite of treading the path of righteousness. So one thing we need to understand, friends, is if we are doing right things at the moment, sooner or later we will reap it. That faith or the trust is, if it is instilled in us, we will never ever go away from the path of righteousness. Many people say, what is the point in being sincere and honest? In today's world, it will not work. In fact, wherever we see people who are dishonest, and be it in politics or any other profession, many people are so-called successful. But we all know that being successful is temporary. If we are looking for eternal happiness, if we are looking for eternal success, we already have discussed that the path is of righteousness. So again, if we are convinced, if we understand this fact that whatever you do, it will come back to you sooner or later. So Krishna says, just do your dharma. As to Arjuna, what was his dharma? Remember, he was a warrior and he had to fight. Similarly, whatever is our dharma, whatever roles we are playing, remember this law of karma, which says whatever you sow, you are going to reap. So maybe you can consider, I'm going to give you an example. Maybe this example will clear all the doubts if you have so. Let us imagine that there's a huge tank, overhead tank on top of the first floor at our home, and this tank is connected to two more tanks through pipes. One tank, let us say it is called happiness tank, and the other tank is called sadness or bad experiences tank. Though remember, what is the law of karma says? Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you have done in the past, you are going to experience it. So this happiness or sadness tank is the experiences which we are facing now, and that is the water which is coming into that is because of the deeds which we have done in the tank which is there on the top. So we don't know. We are only able to see whether it is happiness tank or whether it is sadness tank. No one knows what that tank which is there above is. So remember, whatever experiences we have, it has to be either happiness or sadness. So our aim or our focus should be to finish or empty both the happiness tank and the sadness tank. If we are having this awareness, so we will neither be too elated or too happy when something happens, some happy thing happens to us. We will always be balanced. Even some sad moment happens or something very bad happens in our life, we know that it is just that water is getting emptied. If we have our focus on the fact that let the both happiness tank and the sadness tank empty, because all those deeds which were there in the overhead tank, that has to empty, right? So our aim is to go to something called moksha, friends. Moksha I have not introduced to you. Moksha is the Sanskrit word which is for eternal happiness. If we want to go to moksha, if we want to get eternal happiness, remember, we should neither be too happy or too dejected. The moment we are facing any happy situation, we see many people get so happy. The next moment they face sadness, they go so down, and in fact some people commit suicide. Why? Because they are not aware of this fact of this law of karma. If you understand this fact very, very carefully, maybe you say, please watch this video a number of times. The first time you might not understand what I'm trying to say. So remember, the tank has to empty. Whether it is happiness tank or sadness tank does not matter. The overhead tank is slowly getting released. And now we need to sow good deeds, right? Now we need to, so when we come back in the next birth, so to say, we need to fill the overhead tank with what deeds? We need to fill it with good deeds. So we need to follow the path of righteousness. Keep doing good things. What is going to happen in the overhead tank? It is going to fill with lot of positive things, and obviously in the following births, the sadness tank will be very minimal because you have sown all the positive things, all the things which you are supposed to do. You are following the path of righteousness, you are following the path of dharma. So what is happening? Without you knowing, you are in fact filling the over tank with happiness tank, isn't it? So what happens slowly as you go along, as you start evolving, as you get more and more matured, you will realize that you are filling the over tank with positive things, and so obviously you will get only happiness. If this is totally ingrained, it is totally instilled in your mind, and if you are able to understand this concept, then nothing like it, friends, because you very well know this sadness or happiness is just temporary. So it is only a matter of time that you are going to get eternal happiness because you are doing all the right things. As we said earlier, it's not about doing things right, it is about doing the right things. That is what matters. So the ability to take action and ability to take the right action will always, fill the over a tank with positive deeds, and finally you will get eternal happiness, and in fact you will empty the sadness tank and you will reach a stage where there will be only happiness tank, and you will reach something called moksha. This is what our ancestors, and there are many people who are realized souls, and people who have reached that state. That is where we all want to be, friends. So the learning is just focus on doing the positive things, doing the right things, because there is something called the law of karma which will definitely take place in your life. So thank you so much, friends, for